sales and human psychology is pretty much everything that I've done and the sole reason for all of the things that I've accomplished. So it's definitely done a lot. But you're absolutely right. I love psychology, just human psychology, human behavior in general. It really fascinates me. I love to look at biographies, look at, just greatness in all levels. I don't care if they're musicians, athletes, entrepreneurs, investors. I love to look at the greats and just reverse engineer their thinking, their behaviors, their decisions, their actions. I think things like judgment, things like, that ability to make decisions, that ability to judge different paths, that ability to have the confidence or conviction to pursue a certain path. I think these are intangibles that go overlooked. And I don't think they're random. I think there's a lot of human psychology built into that. There's nature and there's nurture, right? Built into that. That's always fascinated me. I think it was Naval Ravikant once said, if the CEO of Google or whatever else, Apple or whoever gets paid 100 million a year, but they're getting paid that for their level of judgment and the decisions they're making, they're worth that money. And I remember that stood out to me because something like judgment is a very intangible skill, if you want to call it that. But I can look back throughout my own, my own career, and a lot of times where, I was working in the corporate world and I got promotions over other people and I had this rapid rise, which is always this story. I'm not trying to brag here. I can give you the formula on how I did that. So it's not a brag. I can share that with everybody. But the reality is every time it was the same story. Within 2 weeks to a month, there would be a rapid rise within whatever company I was working with. And a lot of that was down to, again, judgment, these intangible skills. So I think human psychology has always been very fascinating to me. I started reading psychology books at a very young age, about 16 years old or so. I talked about self-education. So I actually went to first year university, but I decided when I was in high school that I'm going to do that just for fun. It was quite literally with the intention of getting the experience of living on campus, first year university. And after that, I was back to sales and business. So I knew with full intention, and the people close to me knew as well, that I wasn't going to pursue formal education. I didn't see the reason for that. I went to first year university, and guess what my major was? Psychology. And I took some psychology classes, interpersonal communication classes, found them very interesting, led me to reading more books there. And I would say absolutely that with some foundational traits like hard work and just, that discipline and so on. But I would say that mixed with the foundational traits is what really led to my success in sales, my success with the numbers that I did, and understanding just buyer psychology, buyer behavior, knowing what lines I can really push on and how far I could take it within a sales process. I would say it's extremely important.